Yes, people, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the Daily Football Report. And on today's episode, we're going to be talking about Uncle Mourinho being set to a move to Portugal. But not only that, his apprentice is set to stay at Manchester United. And yes, VAR is also at it, making poor decisions in Champions League games between Real Madrid and Marseille. And a bit of what De Zerbi had to say, in which Florentino Perez may actually respond to this. And not only that, but we're also looking into Arsenal, Atletico Madrid, and just some results in other Champions League games. So let's jump into it. Uncle Mourinho being linked to Benfica is a big move for the Champions League, big move for the Portuguese League, and just I'm happy in general because Mourinho is needed in football. We need managers like Mourinho who bring and stick to their own style, who bring a different vibe to the game, who is outspoken, who keep journalists and the media at par. And as much as they want to have Mourinho fail all the time, he keeps getting jobs, he keeps getting employed, and he keeps getting different type of jobs. And I'm telling you, one day he's going to get a job, right? Because everyone's saying, oh, he's finished and whatever. But one day he's going to get a job. And when he lock in with that team for a few years, we're going to see the reincarnation of Mourinho. And a lot of us going to have to respect what he's done, because no one can tell me that that guy is finished, because he has had a bad run of teams and he's had to change, yes, and he's had to change the person that he was to be a bit more happier, funnier, easygoing manager, not the same with his older players where they loved him being a dog, loved him being that gritty fighter. No, he has to be a bit less of that and a more bit of a dad, because also he's a bit older and that's just what football wants. And right now, a lot of locker rooms in football, coaches need to be more of a dad kind of friend, brother. Yeah, you keep that respect between you and the players, but football locker rooms has changed a lot for sure. And Mourinho has just played, it's just been hard for him to, be a part of those sort of locker rooms. Now, I don't know what's going on, but basically he's also made, I don't know why they're getting rid of their manager. I mean, Bruno Lage wasn't really that bad, but I guess they want to get rid of him because he lost to Karabag in the UEFA Champions League, as this article is saying. And it seems to be that Mourinho is set to pick up his first job since he left Porto in Portugal. So Chelsea better be worried because they play Benfica in a few weeks. And I don't know if you all know, but Jose Mourinho loves to go to his old teams and cause trouble. But talking about causing trouble, let's jump into the hot topic right away now. Look at this image for me 1 second. I can't even look. Just look at this image. How is this a penalty, VAR? How can you look at this situation and tell me that you think that this is a penalty? Who is VAR hiring? Who are these people hiring? Do us a favor and just stop. Just either you cut it out the game permanently, or please hire ex-football players to go into this. At least, yeah, they will have a bias. Yes, fear. But how do we know that referees don't have a bias when you have referees coming out saying that they have been biased? They're just human beings. And I think footballers would actually make really good calls. Ex-professionals would make better calls than actual VAR officials. Please, let us all please. Football, a lot of times, right? A lot of us advocate for a lot of things in football. Schedules, resting for players, more money, all these things. But can we just advocate and agree on one thing, please? VAR needs to go. VAR needs to change. VAR is shit. We all know it. It's not good. How can that even be a situation where they call a penalty? That is a natural position. What they want the man do? Like, slide like a penguin No one fucking tackles like a penguin. There is no one in football that runs and then tackles and slides on their belly or slides on their back and their backside. It is impossible, bruv. It is impossible. So how is VAR just making these kind of calls? It makes no sense. I promise you. It makes no sense. Video assistant referee, let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Automated offsides are fine. Goal line technology is fine. Please, y'all can even do touch line technology if you want more technology, or sideline technology if y'all want more technology. But please, I'm begging you, please get rid of the video assistant referee. We've had it. We've had it. Because you know what too? People are saying Liverpool are setting agendas now, saying Liverpool are getting the benefit of the doubt. Real Madrid are getting the benefit of the doubt. And can they lie? They have had too many decisions that have actually worked in these teams' favor since the bringing in of VAR. Since VAR started, these teams has benefited. And it's sad because I remember when Jurgen Klopp said something about Manchester United and penalties. Yo, they didn't get a penalty, you remember? For nearly what? Nearly 2 years, United didn't get a penalty. It was such a long period of time. And I don't know what's going on out here, but VAR has got to go, man. VAR has got to go. And talking about the Champions League, we saw a nice 8-minute game, 8-goal second half game against Juventus and Borussia Dortmund. I don't know what's going on for those two teams, yeah? But over the whole season, both of these teams have been playing these kind of basketball, kind of rock and roll, up and down football. But shout outs to Vlahovic for having 2 goals and 1 assist in the game. Like, he actually came on and saved Juventus. He came on with a purpose. And I like to see that about Vlahovic because, you know what, Vlahovic, one of the time, was actually one of the best strikers in Europe. Probably still is if he get his act together. And now, when you see other top young strikers like Højlund and so going to the league, he actually puts pressure on players like Vlahovic because if these players start to hit peak and play well, and he's at a Juventus not playing well, and they even brought in players on loan to try to kick him out his spot, because you remember this summer they was actually looking for moves for Vlahovic, and he didn't move. So it's just like he has to do more as a player because he has the quality. Yo, I just can't get over the fact that a lot of these players go to these clubs and they fail, and we wonder why. But they're just human beings. They're just human beings. And a human being and a superhuman that I don't think is human is a Harry Kane, because the way he scores goals and the way he finishes is something different. And that is why he's so happy to be returning to Chelsea. And he said he's not even fazed. Because when you look at the type of player Harry Kane has evolved to become, yeah, people will say, oh, he never win the Premier League. Any team in the Premier League would have had Harry Kane. Any team. Harry Kane could have walked into any... Imagine, Liverpool just paid 150 million nearly for Isaac. Yeah? 135 million for Isaac. Whatever they paid for him. You're trying to tell me that they wouldn't have paid 100 million for Harry Kane? City wanted Harry Kane. United should have gotten Harry Kane. Chelsea would have took Harry Kane. Anybody would have had Harry Kane in the Premier League. To be fair, Real Madrid would have had Harry Kane in the Premier League. That guy is top quality. Yo, and he's just getting better and better and better and better. And the fact that I think he went to the German league for a few years kind of just extend his football career, because just the impacts and the injuries he would get in the Premier League, suffering a bit with his ankles. As we know, he have a little bit of a weak ankle injury, ankle problem that niggles behind him. No, Harry Kane, yeah, believe you me, trust me, United should have really gotten Harry Kane, because Harry Kane is such a really good striker, man. Like, every time I watch him play for Bayern Munich, he's just amazing to watch. And I just had to give him a shout out because he's going to do some damage against Chelsea. And not only that, but Amorim, apparently now, Amorim was linked to the Benfica job, like Jose Mourinho. And now we're hearing that Amorim is staying at Manchester United. Now, that is no news for any of us. As we know, Amorim ain't leaving. Amorim has to really get relegated for him to get fired. Or the crowd have to believe United will get relegated before they fire Amorim. There's no way he's going to lose his job that easy. They've backed him. This is their main man. And remember this also, yeah? It doesn't really help them if they fire their man, because then it looks bad that they also fired the previous coach. Because why do you fire this guy in less time than the previous coach when you probably should have just given the previous coach that time to fix the issues that he had? So was it a clash with the heads, or was it a clash with the board, or what's really going on, you know? Because there are a lot of mixed messages. You have Jimmy Ratcliffe coming out defending Amorim, but you have like the media trying to force their hand. And I like the fact that Ineos not allowing the media to force their hand, because they allowed the media, they did that, and they kind of showed us that with keeping Ten Hag, that they now go make the media force their hand. People would say, oh, because Ten Hag won the FA Cup, but I just think because they just wanted to prove to the media, do not force our hand, do not tell us what to do. And if the media continues to tell them to fire Amorim, they're going to keep him in his job. I promise y'all, the more the media feeds the Amorim out, is the longer he's going to stay in. Because clearly you can see Ineos is backing this guy, and clearly you can tell they are not acting based on what the media tells them to do. But what I would like you to act on, what I am telling you to do, is please, before you end this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the page. Keep hitting the bell for notifications so I can continue bringing you great content going forward. Yes, it's been me, your boy Yaya, with the Daily Football Report. Have a good day. Take it on with heads on. Stay sexy, my people. Haha, and you already know. Ciao.